Hi there and welcome to this video. In this video I want to talk to you about 5 key reasons for why you would use an accountant. So many people don't really understand the importance of actually having an accountant. Me myself previously, before I ran one of my businesses, I didn't know either, and at the end of the day it came to bite me in the ass a bit, but we'll get onto that in a little while. So just to go through it then, just to give you a bit of an insight yourself, because if you're in the same situation I was, you're probably trying to weigh up the cost versus the actual benefits that you receive from using an accountancy firm. So I'm going to take you through one of my pages that I've created on a website called Squidoo, and on here I've got some different reasonings for why I feel you should hire an accountant. So the number one is probably the most common and the one that's probably most expected, to be honest, of using an accountant. It's all about managing your finances. So the accountant can look over your accounts to leave you to carry on with your business and do the day-to-day running for yourself. But by having an accountant, they can keep an eye on your money to help you see where you're perhaps stemming some losses or where there's potential to increase your profit. They want to help your company the best they can. And in actual fact, the way that I see it, that even though you have to pay them initially to do the work for you, they probably save as much money for you in the long run through the service they offer and through their own different methods of helping you save money. So for me, I think they're invaluable in that respect, but I think we'll get onto that in a little while. So ultimately, they just want to keep your bank balance healthy. It's in their interest, especially as you're paying them. So they won't be doing a bad thing for you there. Number two was covering legalities. Now, I'm sure you're aware, if you're a business owner, there are a lot of different type of legal aspects you need to consider when running a business. For example, you've got tax returns, annual reports, annual accounts, and a variety of other different things that you really need to keep in line. Now, you could argue that solicitors and lawyers would deal with some of those, but not so much the reporting aspects, like the 3 documents I've just covered. Now, this is when I had to get in touch with my accountant for the first time, was in regards to creating the accounts, because I'd actually tried it myself and I actually found out that I was rubbish, and it was getting close to the deadline and there was a lot of stress, and the accountant really helped me out and saved me a lot of hassle and worry really. They made sure that the accounts for my business were in line with that of what was required according to UK law. So all in all, I was very happy that I hired them for that. Number 3, again, something else that accountants can really help you benefit with is the software. So again, as a business owner, I'm sure you'll be keeping logs of your income and expenditure, which is part of all your bookkeeping and that type of thing. Now, there are some automated software that make it so much easier to track this, but also to allow the reports to be made at the end of the year from a very simple click of a button. So for me, again, this is another key importance of using an accountancy firm. This is similarly what I touched on a little bit earlier, that all they want to do is help you increase their money in your money, because at the end of the day they want to get paid by you, and the more money they see you're getting, potentially later on you might be more of a valuable client to them, I suppose, depending on what kind of deal you had with them in the first place. But they obviously don't want you to fail, which I think is a great attribute to have with someone that you're employing. So yeah, that's number 4. And number 5 is just their financial knowledge. Really, there's a lot to be learned from accountants. You've got to remember that they go through this on a daily basis, and they must have multiple clients who they've worked with through a number of years, so they know and have the experience to deal with a variety of situations such as bankruptcy, any problems with creditors, debtors, all that kind of thing. You know, they're very clued up, and I think being able to rely on them, to just ask them a question if you're unsure about something, instead of having to spend lots of time and effort and hassle to try and find out for yourself answers to questions that could be quite easily answered from a simple call on the phone to someone who actually knows what they're talking about, and especially someone you can trust. I think if you went on the internet and had a look, fair enough, you might find some information out there, but are you sure it's legitimate? If you built up a rapport with your own accountant, then I think you'd be much more likely to believe and trust what they're saying. So all in all, I personally always will hire an accountant for my businesses because I've seen the importance of it, and it's saved me a lot of hassle. As I said, I think with the amount of help that they can provide, that the initial outlay to hire the accountants is outweighed later on with the savings that they can make you. In actual fact, sometimes they can make you a profit on what you'd be paying them. So I definitely recommend having a word with them. There's many of them actually out there that do free consultations, so it's a free opportunity to talk to someone with the valuable knowledge that we spoke about earlier. So for me, this is what I did to first start talking to my accountant. I had a free 30-minute chat, found out what they could do for me, got a bit of information out of them as well in case I didn't want to go with them, but in the end I did go with them, and I've been very happy. So this is just to give you, as I said, an insight into the type of things that an accountant can do for you.